The Alleghany Journal is delighted to speak with one of the most experienced Alleghany County supervisors, probably in its history, Steve Bennett. Welcome, Mr. Supervisor.
Thank you. Welcome.
Thanks very much for being here. Steve, you're running unopposed and you've had decades of experience. So, it's almost unique when somebody wants to continue to serve on a board, sometimes as contentious as the supervisors is. What do you believe is the most pressing issue now before the Board of Supervisors?
Of course, it's going to be jobs, economic development, and housing. And the two of those go so close together, you can't have one without the other. We found that out with the last housing summits that we've had. We run into it when we meet with industry prospects. We've got to treat both of them together as one problem. You can't have success in one field without having success in the other. So we're working on housing and economic development.
You guys pulled off a historic deal with the city of Covington with a pad ready site. Did that surprise you that Covington joined, and then even more so when the state of Virginia's economic development arm put up several $1 million as well?
Richmond rewards cooperation between governments. I think that's the reason they got into it. They saw that the two of us were working together, and I think that's why they ended up putting some of the money into it too. They wanted us to succeed because they wanted it to happen in other parts of the state. And anytime you can put yourself in a position to where you're negotiating with Richmond, and they want you to be the poster child for something, you take advantage of that, you do it.
So it's logical that since they have such a huge investment in it, that even though we don't see any current activity, it's logical there will be some.
If they have a good industry prospect, where would you take them? Would you take them somewhere where you didn't know anybody, or would you take them to where you've got an investment in the property? That was all part of the strategy of getting the state to be one of our partners in this.
So what do you believe the supervisor's role in workforce development should be? On the one hand, you guys have put up a couple $1 million, and through cooperation even more, so we're probably looking at $10 to $12 million, but you've got to have a workforce. So what position or what strategy or encouragement to the Board of Supervisors, what's their role in workforce development?
First thing we got to do is make sure any industry we work with realizes we have what we have here. We got Mountain Gateway, 3 miles from the industrial pad that would gladly take on a project for employee training and anything you can think of. I mean, they just have to know what it's going to be. Luckily, now we got JRTC. I don't mind telling you, I don't think we're doing enough at JRTC for the younger ones. We've got to start them earlier. I wish we need to put a little more emphasis on vocational education, but we need to start earlier, and that would be at JRTC.
Now, is that primarily then responsibility of the school division, or how do we go about that?
Well, we've gone through a lot putting these schools together. This is, we're getting several years into it now. It should be starting to smooth out and run right. There was a lot that had to be done just to get it put together. But now that it's put together and running pretty good, hopefully we can put a little more emphasis on vocational education.
Oddly enough, during this year, I think I heard you mention twice that you were almost surprised that all of this school combination came together. You seemed delighted about it, but because of the history of the efforts, you seemed surprised.
I got to give credit where it was due. I had tried twice before in the 30 years I've been on the board to try to put the schools together and failed both times. And that way, this time when they said they were going to do it again, I thought, well, okay. So I wasn't heavily involved as one of the negotiators this time. Some of the other board members were. But I got to give credit where it's due. They pulled it off this time.
Okay, so after decades on the board, sum up your candidacy, even though you're unopposed. Why do you believe the public should re-elect Steve Bennett?
I truly enjoy it. It takes I'll be honest with you, it takes 10 years just to figure out how it works, how ARC applies to CDBG, which applies to this, which applies to that. And that's why I never even took chairmanship until I've been there about 10 years to understand exactly how it works. But knowing how the system works means a lot. And you could have the best idea in the world, but if you don't know how to work it through the process and make it happen, it's never going to happen. And I'll be honest, I enjoy local government. The longer I stay, the smarter I realize our forefathers were when they set this Commonwealth up. The checks, the balances, how everything works with the other. And even though I've been doing it for a long time, it's still, once a month you'll learn something new. It's, I thoroughly enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate your time, sir.
Thank you.